Excuse me. I feel happy for y'all, and I'll let you finish, but this is the best graduating class of all time. Well, good evening, alumni, parents, teachers, staff, and of course, graduating class of 2010. Come on. I'm Adrian Leckie, and I'm honored to have been chosen as your valedictorian. Before I start the speech, I would like to take time to remember those who are not with us today. Both Sebastian Perez and our former Vice Principal, William Clemens, have passed away during our 4 or 5 years at East York. They may have passed on, but our memories continue to live on. Please have a round of applause for them. Now, looking out at the crowd, I'm reminded why I love my fellow classmates so much. The only time we actually listen to the dress code is when we don't have to wear the uniform. Now, as I sat down to write the speech, I searched for the best way to make sense out of our 4 years here. And I've come to a stunning revelation. Our 4 years at EYCI felt like 4 seasons at the set of a television sitcom. Each of us were actors for this made-for-TV drama. Now, you're probably wondering, Adrian, what are you talking about? Well, let me explain, my good friend. Now, think about it. When we come to school, we have a theme song, Oh Canada. We have a bunch of unique characters too, like Paul and Dragon. They're 10 times better than Jersey Shore. And finally, we got a bunch of popular catchphrases here too. For example, cool story, bro. That's what she said. Stefan Quirka's majestic. Nick Bomik's Jamaica! And Samopoulos is oh! And finally, the popular one used by every teacher, where's your uniform? Throughout our 4 years at East York, we had numerous laughs, but this television series, as known as high school, is also filled with drama and tears. This makes me feel like today is more than a commencement. This is the final episode as a cast and crew of this amazing series. Now let's take time to look back at our progress of the series. First, there was season 1, grade 9. Our pilot started off with you, a simple protagonist searching aimlessly for your locker. In this complex prism of a school, wondering, how will I find my way? Why do I have to wear this uniform? No one else is. And where are the washrooms? All of us were looking for some sort of role, no matter how significant, in this new series revolving around our lives. Next season, grade 10. We were no longer scared grade 9s, but we didn't have the confidence that the older group had. We were stuck in this transitional phase, and no, I'm not talking about puberty. But during this metamorphosis of maturity, things changed. Teachers were no longer homework-giving machines. They were actually caring, devoted educators. Trogo wasn't that mascot that you dodged if you saw him at the corner of the hallway. He became the source of our school spirit. And this once complex prism of a school turned into, well, a simple square with 2 floors. All these gradual changes altered our view in the set. East York was no longer our school. It became like a second home. Now, by 3rd season, grade 11, we gained confidence. We know it. When we woke up, we weren't just students. When we woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. And if we didn't, we just stayed in bed and skipped class. I was just joking with teachers. But while we're here, we also accumulated a whole group of friends that we could call our supporting cast. When lunchtime came, we knew where to find them, whether it be at that trademark lunch table, whether it be beside that specific set of lockers, the bleachers, maybe outside Diamonds. And each one of us managed to form a bond with these people that affected our character and developed our high school characteristics. Now, this brings me to the final season, grade 12. Don't clap for grade 12, that's okay. In our final season, everybody matured drastically, except myself. As actors, we shaped and redefined our characteristics to the point where we had trademarks. For example, there's the guy who has more school spirit than anyone in the school combined, Mary Heisen. the student who managed to involve himself in everything Asan Syed, and the most friendliest person I've met in EYCI. Okay, now you guys are giving me too much trouble. Okay, there's Agnes, there's Bunty, all of you, don't worry. And also, we've had our memorable episodes. Who could forget Friday Night Lights, when several brave students bared the Goliath's name on their chests? What? And also, don't forget this heart-pumping episode where the teachers lost the dreaded blue binder. What that blue binder might have been. But we sure hope you guys had that situation locked down. Now, we're here celebrating the hard work and success of our great series. And who do we have to thank? Well, first, there's the amazing audience that we had, our parents. The people who always put a picture of their children in their wallet, even though we're responsible for making them empty all the time. Thank you for your encouraging words, your nurturing, and all your love. Now we must also thank our directors, or as I see it, our teachers. I'm not thanking you only for bearing with every single late assignment, makeup test, and unreadable worksheet we've ever written. But we also thank you for developing our characters and making us into the amazing individuals we are today, by opening your arms and enlightening us with your words of wisdom. You guys are the Mr. Feenies of our world, the Yodas to our galaxies. But the graduating class would like to thank a few individuals in particular. First up, Dr. Shackleton. Graduating class will not only want to thank you for confusing me with Carranzo every single time. We also like to thank you for drilling in our heads the importance of showing our work, because in our chemistry class, we learned that if we did not explain, we felt extra large pain. Next, Mr. Carissus. Thank you for your uncanny devotion towards all students. I will never forget the day when you came by on Father's Day to help out a group of struggling calculus students study for an exam. Please clap for Mr. Carissus. And finally, Mr. Scomi, thank you for your amazing passion towards science. While listening to your classes, my craving for science surpassed the craving I had for all the foods you mentioned in your classes. Now, teachers, we all know that you're going to be torn seeing us leave. I'm sorry. I mean, Mr. Black took the thought of our absence so bad, he went to a different school. And Mr. Pennycat just stopped teaching altogether. Now, in our series finale, with our series finale coming to an end, we must leave these roles as students behind to pursue greater things. There are tons of you looking for new roles as doctors, engineers, and some of us are even looking for a dream role to pursue. But before you go off, I'd like to offer you all a challenge. Take risks. In this production known as life, we as actors tend to miss out on great opportunities just because of fear. We fear what other people will think. We fear that by going outside the norm laid out by parents or friends or our society, that we'll be looked down upon. For too long, we've experienced regrets for doing something just because we were afraid of what the outcome would be or what other people would think. Maybe you didn't join any clubs at high school because you didn't think you'd fit in. Or maybe you're afraid to pursue that dream role because people would think it was dumb. Or maybe you just see that group of people that you really want to talk to, but you think they'll reject you. Whatever is holding you back, I challenge all of you to just kick all doubts to the curb and just do it. How? Don't think too much about taking risks. As we all know, if you're going to jump in a cold pool, if we think about it, we're not going to jump in. So, hesitating about it, it'll only psych you out. And remember, if you do leap, jump big. Fully commit yourself to the risk that you're taking and don't hold back. And when you've taken that plunge, don't worry about your image or your reputation. Just do whatever you need to do in order to succeed. Finally, ask yourself, what do you have to lose? Most of the time, we don't take a chance because of our ego, not because we have something to lose. Now, in short, we're all characters in this production of life. Well, being an actor is all about taking risks. No matter the show, no matter what you're auditioning for in your academic careers. By doing this, you find out more about yourself and your capabilities. So, we're actors, we're all stars, right? Well, as stars, you don't have to be left out of the dark. Don't wait for someone else's spotlight, just illuminate your own path. Now, sadly, fellow actors, I have to say farewell. Don't look all sad. I'm not saying farewell to you guys. I'm saying farewell to any doubts, anything that's holding us back, and anything that's scaring us from pursuing what we want. This may be the end of our sitcom, but we will grow and prosper towards better roles. Now, will we see each other again? Time will only tell. But as I look around at this amazing cast, I'm sure we have the future doctors, engineers, people who are going to be amazing actors, and for sure, at least one of us are going to be on the cover of Forbes magazine. Smiling next to Oprah and Queen. And I'm sure these will be the same people who took risks and pursued what they wanted. Now, on that note, I'd like to leave you with a quote by Cynthia Hemmel. When in doubt, make a fool of yourself. There's a microscopically thin line between being brilliantly creative and acting like the most gigantic idiot on earth. So, what the hell? Leap. Thank you.